Time for in other news stories you need to hear about before you let your mind relax into the weekend, because paradise is being lost, guys. Usually pictures of remote island beaches are beautiful, not so much anymore. A new study says giant mounds of trash are washing up on the shores. It reported 400 million pieces on one island chain near Australia, and even more trash was buried. A couple of jailbroken pets are now the Adam and Eve of a blossoming wild species. We're talking about escaped pet parrots. A study from the University of Chicago found 56 different species of parrot have been spotted in the wild in 43 different states. Nearly half have been breeding in 23 states. Now, none of those species are native to the U.S., and most of those bird colonies are concentrated in just 3 states. Texas is one of them, so keep an eye out for parrots, guys. These days, people are preparing to spend their whole lives paying off student loans, but more companies are adopting kind of a new platform that would let employees pocket the value of unused PTO. It's called PTO Exchange. Employers would give their workers the chance to take the monetary value of vacation days and put it toward things like retirement, savings, donations to charity, and the platform just announced the options to use it for student loans. This just makes me really sad. So not only are you like incredibly in debt, but now you can't take vacation.
But to have the reprieve and get some of that debt off your back, I'd take that in a heartbeat.
I would too, because you go through different
sense.
phases of life.
Absolutely.
There may be sometimes you need it, there may be sometimes you don't, and I love the option. That's a great idea.
And you can mix them out. You don't have to take all your vacation time and put
Very
it in.
true.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Take,
Yeah,
take
you're
a little
right.
time and give a little.
Yes, and make some extra cash.
There
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
smart.
There you go. $540 right now. And